Okie dokie. Ah, man. Hold on. I need a drink. There we go. That's better. Hello there, friends. Hello, hello. Give me just a sec. Okay. Yeah, I think we should be good there. Can you see the cat? Oh. There he is. It's the Neo cat. Also, let me hide this really quick. There we go. How are you all doing? Welcome. 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 Hope you're all having a good evening. My name is Neo. I'm a cat. And this is my fairy V. Say hi, V. Oh wait, that's right. She can't talk. Yeah, she's my fairy companion. She doesn't actually have vocal cords, so she can't really speak. But just know that she's really happy to see you guys. So am I. So yeah, I hope everybody is doing well. It's been a bit. The last time we streamed, it was a really crazy event, and I gotta say that was probably the funniest April Fool's gameplay I've ever done in a while. But tonight, I figured we'll go ahead and do something a bit more chill this time around. And oh, there are a couple of friends' birthdays that are coming up, and I figured since today is a Saturday, we'd be doing some artwork for a good friend of mine. She goes by Hammy Hamstrudel. She is a VTuber for the VentureTradeCo company. And yeah, we're gonna be drawing her today. Also, welcome, Gato. How you doing? You got yet another cat here. I watched the Google Translate supercut and I realized we misinterpreted Nage and his ultimate ability. Yeah, there was, I like to think of it as an alternate universe for Danganronpa, which, you know, it'd probably make a great story in of itself. But man, that was insane. I had a lot of fun there. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna be drawing some Hammy Hamstrudel art tonight. So, funnily enough, I actually kind of did a bit of a doodle while I was at work today. Work was kind of... It was really slow, but it was nicely paced as well. Didn't have a lot of patients today, so that's good. And that's usually a good thing. You don't want too many patients in the hospital. We usually try to encourage people not to go to the hospital, if anything. But if you ever do, just know that I'm looking after you. But yeah, I was, while I was, you know, there were a couple of times where I was able to get some art done on the side, just little doodles. And I'll show you in a minute. So we are going to try to do some line art and maybe some coloring and shading for this little Hammy Hamstrudel bust. Now, I actually sketched this on my sketchbook, and honestly, I'm actually kind of surprised at how it looks. Usually, I'm not the best when it comes to traditional art, so it's kind of interesting how you can see that and then just do the digital art process afterwards, and that actually makes it a lot easier. Also, hello, Oni, welcome. It's been a bit. Yeah, Hammy's. She's gonna be in. She's gonna be a Hammy Hag hamster tomorrow. Don't tell her I said that. I've been ungodly busy. Oh, I can probably understand that. It's same here. I have so many projects that I've been working on lately. So much so that I've actually had to stop commissions for a while because of that. Can't say what it is yet, but I will make an announcement, and then you guys will know when you know. But in the meantime, well, actually, that's one of the projects. The other project is something that I'm working on with a friend of mine, but I won't say who that friend is or what that is about. I think a couple of you may or may not know who I'm referring to, but again, all in good time. But for now, though, we're gonna be celebrating this little hamster today. And why is my pen not working? That's weird. Hold on. Oh, what? Oh, that is weird. Okay, so for some reason, my stylus is capturing my new monitor. So here's the thing. So Mama Cat, some of our friends were getting rid of a monitor. Like, they were gonna put it to Goodwill. So they asked, like, if I wanted it, and I was like, yeah. And now we have 3 monitors now, including the tablet screen. It's really nice though. It's an HP. I forgot the actual name of it. HP 22CWA monitor screen. So yeah, it's a 22-inch. It's actually a lot smaller than the other 2. Well, I say a lot, but it's not. It's still decent size for what I need. But yeah, I really like it. But it's kind of capturing my tablet screen for some reason. So let me see if I can try to fix that while I can. 'Cause that's not supposed to happen. Maybe if I can. Oh, right, I gotta hide this. I forgot that this was a thing. Hold on. Where is it? I think it's... I think if I just do that... Yeah, there we go. Alright, so I'm gonna try to fix the tablet screen really quick. See if I can fix the display, the working area. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it was capturing the new monitor there. There we go. I should be able to fix it. Alright, let's see. And is it working now? Yes. Cool. Alright. Anyway, now we're gonna go ahead and get down to business. Just gotta move my mic around a bit. There we go. God, it's so cool I'm able to see you guys and, you know, multitask at this point. Like, this brings me back to the time when I actually used to have 3 monitors a while back. I don't know what happened to that other screen, though. Hamstrudel. Is that what they stopped you on? Really? Of all the things. Oh, there we go. Now I see it. There we go. Oh, you know what? It probably wasn't that. I don't know. Again, YouTube always does that. Not something I can fix, sadly. So Bunger calls Hammy. Oh, okay. Now I want to, hold on. So I'm actually going to adjust the size for just a little bit. Because when I took the photo on my phone, it's cropped. So I'm just gonna fix the resolution on Clip Studio Paint side, so maybe that will look a little bit better. Also, if I start slurring today, it's because I came back from a 12-hour shift, and I have not really a headache, but just a little lightheadedness. I think it's because of the sleep. I don't know. Tonight's stream is gonna be a lot shorter than the usual rundown, so I was actually planning on Danganronpa, but considering how I'm feeling right now, yeah, we're gonna have to push that to maybe sometime next week. Although, here's the thing, the release for the new Capcom game, Pragmata, is going to be releasing on the 17th. I was able to get a copy thanks to a good friend of mine who commissioned me, so that way I can get the game. So we're gonna be doing a playthrough of that on Friday once it releases on Steam. So I'm excited for that. I played the demo a couple of weeks ago. And not weeks ago, but maybe like a month or two ago, and it was really fun. I had a lot of fun with it, and it was even more easier to control with the new PlayStation 5 controller I got recently, and it is so smooth. I actually ended up beating my demo score because of that. Looking forward to seeing if it's good or not. Like I said, I played the demo before. It was really nice. Think of it like Resident Evil, but in space, and it feels a little bit like Metroid as well. I guess it's because it's also like in space. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, it's really decent. The music's good too, so that's always a plus. Anyway, I'm gonna move the resolution kind of like this, and then raise the DPI up. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And I will get back to Danganronpa every once in a while. But we have been streaming that like constantly, like in a row, and I kind of want to spread out in between, just to give a little bit of breathing room for other stuff that I want to do, you know? We will definitely finish Danganronpa 2 eventually. Oh god, okay, no, that's a little too big. As soon as I raised up the DPI, everything got blown out. It's fine as long as I do this. Oh wow, hold on. It actually blew up not just this canvas size, but the image size too. It's crazy. I don't want to make it too big, yeah, just like this. Normally I'd set it to like 450 DPI, but since I don't know, I figured I'd go a bit higher now. There you go, that's really all I need. And I might move it here and there, but actually let me warp it a little. There we go. That way all we have to do is do the line art, really, and then the colors and things. Resident Evil in space, that's more or less pretty well, it's not a horror game, which is what I meant to say. It actually feels like you're playing those it's pretty much an over-the-shoulder shooter with hacking involved, and the hacking's really fun. For some people, it might take a bit of getting used to, which is why the developers actually recommended you play with a controller for the game. And that actually helped me out a lot, so. Hey, Dread, how's it going? Welcome. We're gonna be doing a quick Hammy Hamstrudel drawing for her birthday tomorrow. And there's another VTuber's birthday coming up as well, but that one is gonna be a surprise. I won't be streaming that one because I actually already finished drawing it. So you will see it once it happens. But for now, we're just gonna be doing the hamster. How advanced was the hacking? So it's kind of like a connect the dots kind of. So basically, Diana, the pragmata, the android girl that's with you throughout the game, she's able to hack enemies because your character, whenever they use their weapons on androids and robots and such, they don't do a lot of damage. So you have to rely on Diana to hack the enemies and try to connect like a square kind of system where you connect to the point where you're able to hack the enemies, and along the way you can select nodes that can cause other kinds of effects, like lowering their defense or hacking multiple enemies at once and immobilizing them. And I believe in the full game you'll get a bit more variety, and you can also get upgrades, so that way your hacking becomes more efficient. And it's actually pretty interesting how they do it. So in other words, you're playing not just one character, but two at the same time. Actually, you know what? I want to use the G pen this time. Yeah, I'll use the G pen. Because it's a chibi drawing, and it's not going to be overly detailed, so I can be as simple as I want to. Although I would like to get this oval a bit better. So you gotta actually be smart and not K-bonk everything with a lead pipe. It's funny you say that because that's literally Silent Hill F. That was literally the Silent Hill F playthrough. Speaking of, I still have to get the quote-unquote true ending for that game. I decided to replay it on my own time on the hardest difficulty, which was probably the worst mistake I've ever made in my entire life. But I'm sticking with it, and it actually made the game a lot more scarier than in the main campaign. You'd be surprised at what doing a 1 or 2 shot run can do for the game. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Pragmata. It looks really nice. The characters are actually pretty chill from what I've witnessed in the trailers and the demo. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's kind of a bit of a fresh air to have like a father figure kind of protagonist who's not like serious and brooding all the time. He's actually pretty cool, and it actually feels like a father-daughter kind of bonding game in a weird way. Even though the daughter that we're talking about right now is an android and she's not, you know, human. But I like to see the dynamic between the two as they progress. And, you know, as she learns more about humanity. That's the stuff, I'm a sucker for that kind of stuff. When health becomes a concern, then any game can become a horror game. That is true. That is true. Especially Kingdom Hearts in critical mode. Oh, man. I'll never forget the time when I did a level 1 critical run for Kingdom Hearts 2. That took me... that took me months to finish. And I never got a single achievement for doing that. I think the Xemnas fight was the hardest one out of the entire game, honestly. Especially when doing the level 1 critical run. That was terrifying. Now, I thought about doing the whole body, but again, I was at work at the time, so I only had time just to do a bit of a bust. Oh, what the heck? Whoa! Okay, that is strange. I never seen it do that before. When I go to the edge like this... Oh, I guess it only happens when I'm scratching it too hard. Crazy. But it kind of does this weird curve to the point where it looks like it bounces. That's crazy. But yeah, anyway, I only had enough time just to do the bust for this. That or random jump scares, because those are just expected to get people scared. I still remember my first ever playthrough of Fallout 4. I had a ghoul charge at me in a dark hallway. Oh man. Yeah, that is insane. You know what I've been addicted to playing lately? Warhammer Darktide. Oh yeah, Warhammer. You know, speaking of which, last year, at least I think it was last year, when I won BB's birthday raffle, I think she was also, yeah, I think she was doing a raffle last year. When I won that raffle, I ended up getting some Warhammer figurines. At the time, I didn't know they were Warhammer because I didn't know what the heck a Warhammer was. So I thought they were like D&D figurines or something. But you know, they could be. If you wanted it to. Set to paint it that way. They kind of are. Yeah, pretty much. That's like the only Warhammer related thing that I have at the moment. I'm not a huge fan of the tabletop game, but they have some really good video games. Oh, nice. I do remember them showing a trailer during the Game Awards last year. That was pretty interesting. By the way, can you hear the background music? It's not droning my voice out, is it? I try to make sure it doesn't go a certain level, so. Warhammer started out as a D&D bootleg act, basically. Oh. You know which tabletop game I really want to play, though? Any of the cyberpunk ones. Like, some of the very first ones. Then it exploded into sci-fi. Oh, okay. Old Warhammer is absolutely insane, honestly. I could probably imagine, like, back in its conception. Okay, so the drawing that I used as reference for this chibi was the one Nemi drew. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it again. Hammy has it on her channel. Let me see if I can find it. God, this new screen helps out so much. There we go. This is what I used as reference, honestly. And okay, so that's what it was. I had a hard time looking at it through my phone, though. So this looks better. Oh shoot, I gotta save it. What should I name it? There you go. That works. Okay, so she has a bit of a buckle strap here. Let me see if I can get that. I mean, tabletop sim exists if you ever want to play Cyberpunk. You know, that actually reminds me. Did Sukeban make an announcement saying that Valhalla Cyberpunk bartender is now canon in the Cyberpunk 2077 tabletop or something like that? Could have sworn I've seen an announcement for that on their page. I mean, I could probably look it up right now. Like, that was... I think that was probably one of the last news that I've heard from Sukeban. Let me see. God, I hope this year I'll be able to play Valhalla again. Although this time, actually get all the clients drunk. That would be a pretty funny playthrough to do. Whoops. Let's see. Should probably go to their page. Community hub. There we go. Maybe we might find something there. Let me see if I can hide this. Weird, I don't... News? Maybe it's in the news? Oh, they re-released the Nendroid. Oh. I'd love to get a Jill plush though. Oh, here. Okay, here it is. Cyberpunk Red X Valhalla crossover. What was that about? Artel Saurian Games. Okay. Mixing Drinks, Changing Lives is a 20 pages long supplement. It gives you a good idea on how to add Valhalla characters to your Night City escapades. So, okay, so it's not technically official. But somehow they implemented the Valhalla storyline into Cyberpunk Red. Oh, okay, so that's what it is. Crazy. You could probably spin a story on that. Like, have some of your characters just have a nice little drink at the bar. That's actually pretty cool. Now, I'm not somebody that really does tabletop. In fact, I don't really get into that stuff that often. I do like to see other people play it, but I probably... I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to play those kinds of games. It's just not my thing, you know? Probably bring that down. There we go. And it takes me so long to do hardline art like this. Like, instead of just the sketch kind of line art like how I do here, where I have a bit more breathing room to work with. With G-Pen line art like this, you gotta be very specific. But since, you know, this isn't really a commission and all that, I can probably get away with a few things, so we'll just leave it as is. This is just to show my support. Cards. Yeah, I miss playing Valhalla. That game was fun. I think I played that game like 5 times now. That's how much I love it. It's probably one of the most chill visual novels I ever played. And there's a lot of heart that goes into that game as well. So that's always a plus. And not to mention Dorothy. Oh my god, Dorothy. She is... She can knock it out of the park, man. Keep thinking you're singing Valheim. Only God knows when Nirvana will show up. Although, considering the things that are going on in Venezuela right now, I can understand why there's been all these delays from the devs for those games. Because that's, if I remember correctly, that's kind of where the developers came from. And with all the stuff that's going on there, political-wise and all that, I can understand why it's taking them a while. They're not like a AAA company game studio or anything like that. So it's only fair to, you know, cut them some slack. It'll show up when it does. Also, I feel like I should make them as ovals and not circles. Yeah. I was thinking about Cyberpunk Bugfest. Oh, I know there's a lot of Cyberpunk stuff around. There's Cyberpunk 2077. There's Cyberpunk Bartender Action. Cyberpunk Edge Runners. Yeah, you name it. Been seeing a lot of that genre lately. Oh man, imagine the year 2027. Now that's gonna be something else. Maybe that's when we'll get the release date for Orion. Yeah. Also, did my... Hold on, I feel like the stabilization changed on me when I didn't want it to. Oh yeah, it's set to 100 for some reason. There you go, that's better. Oh. Yeah, that's way better. Oh, speaking of, how did you like the Edge Runners manga? I liked it. I really liked it. I'm not sure if you saw it in the Discord, but I managed to sort of recreate the car image, you know, where Becca and Pilar used to live in. I actually found that area in the game too, which was really cool. I want to visit some other places too. One day we'll go back to Night City, and this time I'll probably be a street kid. Because when I first played Cyberpunk, I was a nomad. Yeah, I started out as a nomad, which is ironic considering I technically am a nomad in real life, because we keep moving from place to place, which is ridiculous, but, you know, it is what it is. So I'm kind of curious to know what the Street Kid storyline is. I know everybody plays Corpo on their first playthrough. Like, I've seen way too many playthroughs that start out as Corpo, so I kind of want to go with Street Kid this time. That's like the only storyline that I know next to nothing about. Like for the beginning, I know it only affects like the beginning and then certain dialogue and throughout the game. And it doesn't really make a huge impact, but I don't know. Corpo is fun. Yeah, you can get you can get away with a lot of stuff with Corpos in that playthrough, especially with Arasaka too. I don't know. I'm not sure what Street Kid is all about. Like, you're basically already starting out in the city, which is pretty interesting. I want to see how that is. I mean, you do that with Corpo as well, but you're like at the top. You're like at the very top in the beginning. And then you get humbled. But hey, at least you have Jackie. And that's the one thing that, you know, is throughout all of those campaigns is Jackie. He's been there with you since the beginning, no matter which life path you choose. Man, I miss Jackie. He was the true Choomba. Hold on. Do I want to do stripes here? You know what? I'll just do it in color. I don't need to do line art for that. I gotta admit, I never really liked Jackie all that much. You are literally the first person I've ever heard that say that, by the way. I'm just throwing that out there right now. Also, what is this? Oh, I know what that is. That's her, that is her little hamster emblem. It's supposed to look like this. Hold on. It's kind of supposed to look like a bear, but it's not. There you go, and I'm just gonna fill it in with its own color later. There we are. Jackie was a nice guy, but I can't lie when I say he made me kind of annoyed with how gung-ho he was. Yeah, I think that was kind of the thing about him, like at the beginning, because they wanted to be like top tier edge runners, and you know, this is. That mission was one of the ways where he knew he would come out on top there, like he'd be a legend. And I can see the hubris in that. Anyway, but then again, that's how all the young fresh blood is like, if you think about it. I remember I was that way. a long time ago. If you can believe that. But as I got older, I kind of value what I can and can't do. Like, I know my limits now, and that's just something Jackie didn't really have at the beginning of the game. Because again, fresh blood in the Edge Runner world. That's kind of their mindset, you know? Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna leave that. You know what, actually, I'll just color it in right now. Why not? I don't know if it's this specific color, but I'll just put it in. Oh, oops. Yeah, there we go. Also, I just noticed something. This is actually... connected? Hold on. Let me get rid of that. Yeah, I kind of like this. Smells something fishy in Cyberpunk. Honestly, I think this was all in part by the fixer. Dexter Deshawn, I think that's his name, right? Dexter? Or Dex, yeah, Dex. From what I heard in the lore, he's had a pretty shady past, honestly. So when he offers you a gig that's, like, off the charts, dangerous, but can get you quick eddies, then yeah, anybody would call that sus, honestly. But no, that's just how Jackie was, apparently. God, now that's actually making me want to play the game again, honestly. Like, knowing what I know, what happened. Like, when I first played it, I was super confused on what the story was. But, it really helps when you look at the synopsis videos and, look at the in-game lore, like, on your own time, and then it kind of makes sense. And there were a couple of quests that I felt like I could have done a little differently. So I'm kind of interested in that, like doing a separate playthrough for that. Also, didn't Hammy play Cyberpunk as well? Did she choose Corpo? I don't even know. I haven't watched her for that long, and I haven't seen a lot of her Cyberpunk playthroughs, but I know she's played it. Yeah, she did, but she didn't do the DLC yet. She's missing out then. Because playing that DLC, I'm just gonna be honest with you. That actually made me nostalgic because of James Bond. I used to grow up with James Bond a lot, and those were my favorite movies. And it actually felt like a cyberpunk James Bond kind of DLC, and I was really happy with it. And the Ghost in the Shell references too, it was really cool. Pretty sure she did Corpo, but can't really remember. I have a feeling that's exactly who she would play as at the beginning. Definitely. Oh, that looks cute. Alright, I already like it so far. The hair's gonna take me a bit, but hopefully not too long. And if I have time after I finish this, there's another drawing that I kind of started on this week, but I also want to finish as well. It's for another friend of mine. Time permitting, and I need to check my health because I do have a bit of a migraine, like I said. Okay, maybe not migraine, but gotta go to bed. All right, yeah. Have a good night. Hope you sleep well. As usual, I'll have this in the VOD. So, oh shoot, you know what? I should probably do it. No, I'm not gonna do a symmetry tool. I'll just go in raw. We're going in raw. Yes. Oh, the relic upgrades. Aside from the finishers, yeah, I can kind of see why you think that. I did like the moon base ending though, that was fun. Like the build up to it, that felt insane. I actually did both of the endings. I did the capture Somi ending first, and then I did the save Somi ending the other time on the moon. Yeah, and the spaceport. Is it at a spaceport or is it an airport? I probably call it a spaceport because you know that it's a port that has a space shuttle that takes you up to the moon. Hey Sanji, how you doing? Yeah, we're doing good. We're drawing some birthday art for Hammy Hamstrudel of Venture Trade Company. Her birthday's tomorrow. And another of the Venture Trade VTubers' birthday is after Hammy's too, and I already finished her drawing, but that one's gonna be a surprise, so. Yeah, honestly, I think my hope for Orion is definitely better Militech weapons in like our shard slot. That would be so cool. God. Oh yeah. There's so many birthdays this month, and there were so many birthdays last month for people that I know. It's crazy. Now, I did make an announcement saying there's only so many birthday drawings that I can do, both physically as well as mentally, because, you know, whenever I do these birthday drawings, you know, it comes from the heart, and I usually tend to worry whether the other person's going to like it or not. So I have to be very careful when I'm making these kinds of things for people, because, you know, it takes time out of my day just to dedicate for their drawings, you know. I don't really expect anything in return from them. So really, it's just me doing this just because I want to. Not because I'm obligated to, but because I wanted to. I'll be sure to let you know when to post the safe version, likely when she does her chibi model debut. Oh, yeah, that's totally fine. Yeah, oh yeah, I still have it on the, on my calendar, so once it happens, I'll know. And then I'll be able to post it. And you guys are gonna like it. It's really nice. For those that haven't seen it yet. Sanji and I, we work together on it. It's really cool. Chibis, hey, welcome, Cool Beans, man. Welcome. And who knows, maybe I'll be able to draw your character for your birthday one day. Just gotta tell me when your birthday is, so that way I can put it on my calendar. Cause I liked how Nemi did your model on her streams. It looks really nice. Yeah, you better tell me your birthday. I also have the other one for posting too. Oh yeah, I'm excited too. I'm excited for you. December 31st. Oh man, we're going way on the edge, huh? That's okay. That just makes it easier for me to remember. So I appreciate it. And now I know. So you better expecting something at the end of the year. This is not negotiable. Best part will be when I can print them. If you do, feel free to send the pictures. Because I like it when I see people, you know, doing art prints of my stuff. It makes me feel connected to all you guys, and I really appreciate it. And I especially appreciate the people who use some of my artworks as their avatars too. I have like 3 or 4 people using some of my artworks for their icons, and it makes me so happy seeing that. And you don't even need to give credit either. It's just knowing that it's there. I mean, it's appreciated if you do, but you don't have to. But just saying. You've been a treat to work with and a treat in my life. I'm glad. Sanji, thank you. I appreciate it. Whatever your doll, be sure to print it too. I got a friend who has a print shop. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I know some people who have also made prints of some of my artworks. Some of them are also selling them as well at VTuber conventions. You know, and we've worked together on them, so you know, I'm able to have a say in it, and it's really cool. It was really cool. Especially at last year's Offkai, I heard a lot of us had our artworks like sold out, which is insane. That's what I'm looking forward to this year. Originally I was gonna go to FaceCon, but you know, the information was kind of lacking for a while, and I wanted to put off, like, put time off for work. So it was the not knowing aspect that made me turn down the offer to go to FaceCon, but I am definitely going to Offkai this year, though. There's a print shop near me too, but my pinups may raise some eyebrows. Now, honestly, that's kind of why Capitalist Trade Guild is there. They do that kind of stuff. They make those kinds of prints. Although I've heard that there have been issues with the prints lately, mostly because of the printers and the inks that they're using. I don't know the full details on that. I'm pretty sure you can ask them. Also, just a subtle reminder that you can go to the Capitalist Trade Guild site to get some of my merch as well. So if you ever wanted some of my prints or Dakimakura keychains, feel free to go visit the Capitalist Trade Guild. It's really cool. Just know that each purchase also helps out the artist that you get the print from. So that's also cool too. Now I'm not sure if they're gonna have a, or they're not. I'm not sure if they're gonna be a vendor at FazeCon, but I know for a fact that they are going to be doing that at Offkai this year, just like last year. And maybe I'm not sure what the full details are, but maybe they might also show up again for Yabai Market as well, which is going to be really interesting for me and going to be really hard for me to explain to my folks, but hey. The one thing I love about doing chibis like this is that I don't really have to worry too much about detail. I can just make it as simple as I want to. That's the good thing about it. I did actually end up talking to one of my coworkers today about California, which is gonna be interesting because I never actually been there before. And in fact, I don't think myself or Mama Cat has ever been to the West. So that's gonna be interesting. I do know for a fact it's gonna be expensive as hell, but this is why you know, I saved. But the cool thing about it is I'm able to get to see my brother. I haven't seen him in a while. So yeah, I know for a fact we're gonna have a lot of fun. This summer is gonna be crazy. And once I get to Offkai, I have a bit of a surprise for anybody who's a fan of Venture Trade Company. I won't say what it is until the time is right, and when all these other projects are taken care of. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I just remembered something. I usually do this on art streams, but I'm gonna turn VHAM back on. Oh, okay. I thought it crashed for a bit. There you go. Alright. Now we can get some ASMR. That's always nice. Also, I like the little bow that she has. Man, the last time I the last time I did a Hammy Hamstrudel drawing was in response to a funny post by Mumkey. And needless to say, that was pretty interesting. Gallons. You probably don't know what I'm talking about, but it's one of those inside jokes. You know what I mean? There you go. I don't need to yeah, I don't have to do that. Because how long have we been streaming? About an hour and 15 minutes? Yeah. It's mostly because of me yapping, but... Just noticed my last 2 messages never showed up on... Oh, yeah, again, it's the YouTube filter system thing. I'm not doing it. YouTube is. So, if that happens, then just know it's not on you. It's just YouTube being YouTube. It's ridiculous. Also, why was B1 and B0 censored? That is weird. That is very weird. I'll never understand the algorithm. Yeah, it is something. And again, I have no power over that other than letting it go through, so. Alright, I'm just gonna leave that there, because I want to add the bow on the same layer, just so that I'm not dealing with a bunch of layers. I would have that problem where I have a bunch of layers for a bunch of things, but how simple this drawing is, I'm probably not going to do that. One of my friends in the community made a blanket of our VTuber. Oh, a blanket? Oh, that sounds really cool. You want to know what I've always wanted? And it's funny because my parents actually used to do this back when we used to live in New York. But they used to have a screen printing business on the side. And they used to make prints for clothing and things like that. And that was actually something that I used to do back in art school, like printing class. And that was fun. And I would love to see my artworks on, like, on t-shirts. Or better yet, cosplay. Oh man, that'd be so cool. If somebody, well, I would say I wish somebody cosplayed Krista at one point, but there was only one person in my life that actually cosplayed her. But still, I would love to see more people cosplaying my OCs. That'd be so cool. It's already happened once, and I'd love to see that again happen one day. If that ever happens, then you know my life would be complete. Theirs was like a screenshot from a stream. Oh, okay, so it's not actually a drawing. Okay, I get you. Also, I noticed a weird glitch on my model where my mouth is actually moving in certain angles where I'm not smiling, but it actually looks like I'm literally flapping my mouth. That's crazy. I don't know why it's doing that, but that's one of those. I actually like how that turns out. That's kind of cool. Normally it's just one or two JPEGs of my mouth opening and closing, but there's like another one in there that's making it look a bit more dynamic. Wow. Anyway, sorry for the tangent there. Now I understand how Nemi feels whenever she goes on tangents while doing these artworks. Oh, sure, no problem, Sanji. Thank you for joining. I really appreciate it, guys. It's just one of those moments where we're just enjoying the moment, and you know, it's good therapy. That's kind of something that I need right now. So it is appreciated. And not only that, but we're making art for a friend, and that's always nice. So at least we get something out of it. Okay, so it's this way. There we go. Yeah, as you can see, I'm just doing everything in one layer now. That didn't come out right. But yeah, somebody cosplayed Krista. Back then, she wasn't named Krista. She went by another name. But due to personal reasons, I had to change her name. So yeah, that is a little bit of Krista lore there for you. There has been cosplays of her at one point, and she also went by a different name. That's about as much as I can go from there. Alright, let's see what we got so far. Let's save that. Okay, just need this other side here. Now, I know I said I would work on just one layer, but hair is a bit of a different story. Let's see. Hey, Neo, you're a nurse, right? I'm not a nurse. I am a monitor technician. That also happens to work with nurses, so... I don't really have a nursing license, but I do have a EKG license, as well as training from monitor technician in telemetry. I did used to work with patients, though, as an EKG technician, in my previous job. But now I actually get to work behind the scenes and actually take care of the patients by monitoring them. I don't really have to actually be in the patient's room, so... You know, healthcare knowledge, right? In cardiology, yeah, I do. I've also used to do blood draws as well, although I hated every minute of it, so it's something I usually don't want to talk about. But I did used to work with patients in my previous job, though. That was really interesting. Hold on. Okay, yeah, it's behind it. Just checking. There you go. She has a few tufts of hair sticking out of her ears. Her little nubby ears. I mean, mine's are slightly nubby, although they're a bit pointed. Okay, the cardiovascular system is exactly the system I need over right now. It's good to know nonetheless. Yeah, nah, that's perfectly fine. Yeah, honestly, it's mostly because of my family heritage with hypertension and everything like that, and also I have family members who are in cardiology, so it's kind of why I stuck to that. If you were to ask me about anything like x-rays and things like that, I probably know next to nothing about it. Other than that, I know that they exist, and I do tend to have patients that go into like CT scans and things like that, but I'm unable to monitor them because, you know, it'll interfere with the equipment. Whoop. But I can tell you that I am absolutely nothing like Mikan, though. AKA one of the worst nurses in all of our time, even though she is the ultimate nurse. God, I'm still upset about what she did. She took my baby away from me. It is unacceptable. Just got done helping my aunt wrapping up her leg. Her leg up, which is very clearly got something wrong with it. So I also vanished from chat for like 20 minutes. Oh, okay. That's understandable. Also, I could have made this cotton any other way, but it is what it is. Let's see, what else do we have? Also, give me just a sec, I need to stretch. You know, from a distance, the drawing looks pretty good so far. That's good. It's really good. Hopefully once we get this all done, I'll go ahead and post it tomorrow. Just in time for Hammy's birthday. And I don't know how long we will be streaming, but she does tend to start at around 12 Eastern time for me. She usually starts at like 9 Pacific time, which is pretty much midnight for me, so sadly that is why I usually don't watch Hammy streams that often, mostly because of the time difference. So I tend to watch the VODs every once in a while. This is background noise. One of these days I'll also try to draw a Quintessa. Who knows? We'll get there when we get there. But for now, I'm just gonna draw our good old Hammy. Our Hammer Ham. She also just finished eating the cake, but she's also eating the candle as well for some reason. Like, Hammy, you're not supposed to eat the candle. Okay. Kinda looks like a cigarette in her mouth, though. Alright, what else? Just gonna clear this up a little. Ah, yep. You know what, I'll just leave it like that there. Yeah, and then I'll get the face in there. Have I ever had fillings? I know my mom does, but I don't. I try to take care of my teeth when I can. Although I know for a fact that I have to go to the dentist to check some of the aftermath of the braces that I've had years ago. Some of them are still stuck under my teeth. You can't really see it in the front, but in the back, yeah. I'll have to have somebody check them out. 70% fillings? What the heck? Whoa, that's it's quite a lot of filling. But yes, I must reiterate to please take care of your dental stuff. Yes. It is just as important as heart health. Okay, maybe not, but don't listen to me. It's important nonetheless, just not as important as the heart though. Also, is it weird that for some reason with this style it kind of makes... No, I can't unsee it now. This makes Hammy look like Frisk from Undertale. Oh no, I just now noticed that. Just remove the ears and the bows, then you'll see it. Oh my god. Wow. Hammy is Undertale. Underham. She is Underham now. Yeah, with the squinty eyes like this, yeah. You can definitely see it. Oh no, what did I do? Man. Yeah, I'm not the only one that sees it anymore, right? Also, I haven't drawn Undertale art in a minute. Last time I did, it was for a friend's birthday. Oh wait, I like this one better. No. Oh, you know what? I kind of like it when it's on the side like this. Yeah, I'll leave it like that. I believe it was Bob Ross that said there are no such things as mistakes, just happy little accidents. Well, that was our little happy little accident right there. Look at that. Alright. Hamster was a hammy little accident. And I said that fully intentionally, by the way. There you go. I'm just gonna copy paste. Aw, she looks so cute. Although, shout out to Nemcro for the chibi design. You can literally tell this is made by Nemi. Yeah, oh yeah. You can see the name is there, but she has that style where you could just know that it's from Nemi Nemcro. By the way, did you know Nemcro, she dropped the deer stain part of her name, now it's just Nemcro. I forgot why though. I think she mentioned something about like the deer stain thing being part of her past or something like that. And she's since grown past it, so she doesn't need that name anymore. I don't remember if that was the full story. But yeah, she no longer goes by Nemcro Deerstain anymore, it's just Nemcro. An explosion? Oh no. It's the Monokuma bots. That's what it was. You better go take a look. If not, then just run and hide. I will color that in, as well as the crumb marks. I'll just separate that layer. There you go. Oh, wait, that might actually work. Yeah. There you go. That's fine. Again, we're not really... Yeah. It really looks like she's smoking a blunt. Oh my god. Just for the record, this is a candle because she's silly. She's being silly. She's being very cute and funny right now. That's what it is. It's a candlestick. You can see the fire at the end there. Yes, a wheat strudel, no. How's she gonna beat the allegations this time? Alright. I did say I was just gonna add the details and the coloring. So let's go ahead and move on to the coloring then. Yeah. Look at that. That came out so good. What the heck? Obviously, I'm gonna fill up the empty space with some text, and my signature is also gonna be there. And then we should be done. Should I do shading as well? I'll probably do some shading here and there. Maybe not much. God, it really does look, she really does look like Frisk now. Hi Kira, welcome! We're drawing my friend Hammy Hamstrudel. Her birthday is tomorrow, so I'm gonna make some art. Yes. And yes, I know, the way I sketched her in my sketchbook, she kind of looks like Frisk from Undertale. We've established that now. Hammy Undertale. You think Hammy would ever play Undertale? I highly doubt it. I don't know if it's gonna be her kind of game. Then again, I'm not around Hammy streams enough to know what kind of game she's into. So I'm not sure, honestly. That's another game that I kind of want to play again this year. I kind of want to play Undertale one more time. Just because it's been so long since I've last played it, like the main game. And I kind of want to do that before I move on to Deltarune. I've already played the first 2 chapters of Deltarune, but I didn't play the other 2 parts. But I figured that'd be nice to hang out with you guys for that. Oh, you're in the middle of treatment? Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you showed up. We're taking the time to get some therapy art going as well. I just worked a 12-hour shift today, so I apologize. I am so tired right now. You just want to see Muffet. That I do. Although, I don't remember. Is Muffet also in Deltarune? I feel like she had a cameo at one point in there. I just don't remember where. I think it was in the overworld, but again, it's been a while since I played Deltarune. And the last time I played Undertale was back in 2020 during the murder everything and everyone everywhere run. We can't say the G word run anymore because of YouTube, so she did play the entirety of Life is Strange and play the game with the Mikal meme? What the heck is a Mikal meme? Okay, that I don't think I've heard of that before. Huh. Still have my Sans and Papyrus plushies. Oh, that's nice. God, I can't wait to voice the characters again. That was fun. I remember when I first did the first playthrough of Undertale, and keep in mind this was like the very first playthrough that I've done on YouTube a long time ago. Not counting the other ones that I did in this main channel, but I remember during that playthrough, I voiced Papyrus in a way where it sounds like he has a very loud and gritty voice. I just wanted to make it sound like, you know, the the sound effects that he makes whenever his text rolls. And then years later, when I heard other people voicing him and giving him like this voice where it makes it sound like he's Skeletor from He-Man. And honestly, when I first heard that, I thought, you know what, that actually does fit. So then during my kill everything and everyone playthrough, that's exactly what I did. And that was fun. I don't know, given the references, sorry, and his creator is infamous. Really? Huh. Also, pretty sure Muffet isn't in Deltarune because they aren't technically a real character or whatever, given she was made by a backer. A backer? Are you referring to Undertale's Muffet? Because I'm pretty sure that Muffet is Temmie Chang's character, and Temmie helped Toby out with a lot of the artwork and for the monster designs in the game. You don't know about So Sorry and his creator? Oh, that one! Oh, okay, I thought you were talking about Muffet for a second there. Oh, yeah, oh, no. Yeah, I did hear about the So Sorry character. Pretty sure that guy was the reason why Toby stopped doing those fan tiers where if you donated enough, you'd get your own character in the game. That situation was so insane. Although I didn't realize that was also Muffet as well. Don't think Muffet is Temmie's, but I'm not entirely sure. I'll have to look it up again. Could have sworn she was, but yeah. Now that you brought up So Sorry, yeah, I think Muffet was one of those characters too, so. God, that does remind me of that drawing that I did with Muffet a while back. That was like one of the nicest traditional drawings I've ever did to date. I wonder if I could still find it though. Let me see. It's probably on my dreaded DeviantArt page that I haven't been to in God knows how long. In fact, this DeviantArt page is so old that it's using my old pen name. I mean, Toby still referenced So Sorry and Deltarune in an egg room. Oh yeah, I did hear about that. I didn't see it in my playthrough. Although, was that in Chapter 2, or was that in Chapter 3 or 4? If you don't remember, it's totally fine. Again, my memory's a bit hazy about the series at the moment, because I haven't really played it in a bit, so. Yeah, I'm just going through my DeviantArt gallery if I can find it. That old Muffet drawing. I really hope it's not on my scraps, because I'd be really sad if it was. 'Cause that's one of my favorite drawings. Okay, no, it's definitely not going to be in there. Yeah, no, the scraps aren't my... Oh, but I did find this, though. Oh, I remember this drawing. This was one of my thumbnails in my, one of my old playthroughs. This was so adorable. Right, and I remember Frisk was wearing the apron at the time. God, the amount of effort that I put into thumbnails back then was insane. Nowadays, it's just me doing like one character and then just copying, pasting myself on there. Yeah. Also, I do remember this specific episode, because this was the episode where I actually took the time to get so much money just to buy one donut. and in doing so, you actually flat out skip the Muffet fight entirely, which I thought was so funny. Never gonna do that again though, because the grinding was tiresome. But that's not the drawing that I was talking about though, it was something else. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna find it right away, but yeah, I'll bring it back up one day, eventually. Oh, this reminds me of the reference to Muffet in, I think, Chapter 4. Oh, okay, so I definitely haven't, gotten to it yet. I like how we're all talking about Undertale right now just because Hammy looks like Frisk. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Will this work? Yeah, that's fine. Whoops. Wait, they gaslighted the fandom to like them? Really? That is bizarre. What? And that's the thing, I barely ever heard of them until I looked up what they are. So, I don't know how that works. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make the whole hair white first, and then I'll paint half of it black. That's just gonna make my life easier. Or, you know, just do this. Yeah, that works. Alright, simple enough. And now, we'll do the other side. There we go. Not totally black, but... yeah. Just enough to get the point across. Yeah, I like that. You know what? The eyebrows too. I believe they're also white as well. Let me see. It's a little hard to tell, but yeah, it is white. Let's put that there. Pretty much, the story they spun was that Toby made So Sorry a pain to find because they didn't like their creator and stuff like that. But Toby stated later that that wasn't the case and other stuff. Oh, yeah. I think he's honestly, maybe that's probably what it is. Either that or he's just trying to save face. But either way, I could probably understand why. So, looking at it now, I feel like the eyes could be a bit bigger. Yeah, I could, let's go. She's a chibi, so we might as well go all the way. Let's bring it all a little closer together, though. Yeah, one thing I learned about making cartoony faces like this is you shouldn't be afraid to exaggerate. Yeah. So if you want somebody to look like they're making a derpy face, just go all out. Show teeth and everything, maybe a little gum with a crazy smile. Or if you want something to look really cute, just make them absolutely bug-eyed as possible. Of course, there are some limitations to it, but more can go a long way than less. That is something I've learned when it comes to art theory. That sometimes the other way around is also true. Sometimes less is more. It really depends on what you're trying to tell the audience. Honestly, there's a video that explains it better than I can. Honestly, I feel like I've seen that video that you're referring to. But again, it's been so long. And honestly, yeah, bringing that back up again, yeah, it's making me kind of want to look it up again. Just because it's, I'm interested in, like, tidbits like that. And all the controversies and things like that. Also, I know she has it purple with stripes. So I'm just going to do that. Now just circle around it. Like that. That's fine. That is fine. He just tossed it at you for some reason. That's how an old flame of mine found Kaiba. The anime, not Seto Kaiba, like literally the name of the anime is called Kaiba. That's just how people find these things sometimes, you know? And come to think of it, I think I was also similar to when I was able to find that video. Like, know next to nothing about So Sorry until that actually showed up at one point. Back when I was obsessed with Undertale back in the day, when I was playing the game. Alright. Go down. Man, the black and purple really works here. Yeah. Oh, Nelly, okay. And I'm just going to use the same color here because I'm lazy. Yep. God, my tablet stand is moving around too much. Next time I get paid, I am going to get a better tablet stand because whenever I'm pressing my wrist on it while I draw, it just pushes it away. And that is, yeah, that could be annoying. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate them giving me a tablet stand, but there's way better ones. Okay. And this part, I'm going to make it not black, but close enough to a weird gray color. Oh yeah, I gotta fill this in too. Here we go. And I will make the candles white and purple. Yeah. There we go. Look at that, we're practically almost done now. And we'll make it glow. Oh, too much glow. Yeah, this is alright. And what else do we have? So we have that. I'll give her blush. You two tossing random stuff at me is how I stumbled into Hammy, funnily enough. Yeah, it's kind of interesting how it does that. I don't even know how I met Hammy. I feel like I met her first time around when she came onto my streams and did a donation sketch for drawing her, so that's how I was able to do that. I feel like I've seen her in other places, but oh, you know what? Nemcro. That's how I knew her from. She was on Nemcro's stream at every so often. It's so funny how every VTuber person I've met was due in part by Nemcro. It's insane. Oh shoot, it saved the border. There we go. Yeah, that is the story of how I met Hammy. She, you know, this is gonna sound insane for me saying this, but she looks like she's in a very, very Chinese time in her life. Alright, what else is there? The little bit of drool, and then the cake crumbs, and then that should be it for the base. The stream was all about that base. No trouble. Oh, I'm getting my Gatorade protein bars. Yeah, eventually I'm gonna be going back to working out again. Like, I started, but ever since the pollen started, it's been really difficult for me to actually go outside. Well, I'll get back into the swing of things. What I'd love to go back to doing again is swimming. That usually helps me clear my mind. You know, it's good. It's good for your health. Oh yeah, allergies are the worst. And it was really bad this time of year. Specifically for this year, it got really bad. It's great for the bees though. Alright, and The cake crumbs, I'll do a couple of brown marks, although, hold on. Kind of want to see what they look like. Brown and white, because frosting and stuff. Oh, now you cannot see that at all. How does that look? It's pretty spot on. Oh yeah, and she has her little mole here. There you go. Or birthmark, which, however you want to describe it. I call it a mole. Okay, now, am I gonna go the extra distance and actually put shading on this thing, or are we just gonna keep it this way? Actually, you know what? Since I did shading for somebody else's birthday gift this month, I'm gonna do the same thing with Hammy as well. Why not? Because why not? I'm not gonna make it too complicated though. It's gonna be like, let's see. Oh yeah, that works. All right, we're almost getting there. Yeah, you see how simple that is. It actually brings her head out just a little bit more, so that's kind of what I like about that. Oh, good. I was gonna say, I better hope that I have this whole thing in its own layer. Yeah. I'll just put a multiply. Yeah, whatever. Summer is the worst. Oh, yeah. As somebody that lived in the South for so long, I couldn't stand the heat anymore. We're now in a place where we can get snow in the winter time, so that helps. Just gonna do another multiplier. No, you know what? I'll just do the hair last. I don't know why. I always leave the hair shading for last, because it's usually the hardest, one of the harder ones that I have to do. You will go here. Alright, this one I'll have to... Okay, no, not that. That's not what I meant to do. Yeah, honestly, this looks more like a cotton ball than it does like that feathery kind of design. Yeah, but I'm fine with it. Let's see what's left. Okay, now it's time for the part that I've been kind of putting to the side for a while now. The hair shading. Let me start with the highlights first. Maybe that'll help. There we are. I prefer that, actually. Yeah, I think I do. I'm not gonna go too all out. Just enough. Right, I think I like it that way. Now for the other side. There you go, look at that. Yeah, I think the more I put the shading on here, the more it actually makes sense. Now, I could also do a little bit of bonus work and add some gradients here and there, but I'm probably not gonna spend too much time on that. Because I think this is good enough. Yeah, this is good enough. Pretty sure she already liked the sketch that I did earlier, so I think this is just gonna take the cake. Literally, because she took the cake. It's in her mouth. Yeah. God, this actually looks like it could be an emote. Wow. Yeah, it kind of does. Looking at it from this angle. Hang on. Kind of want to flatten it. And then see what it looks like. Oh, wow. Yeah, that is pretty neat. And you know what I like to usually do is whenever I sometimes make digital art based off of the traditional sketch I did, I like to set it as the same color for the background. Same as the sketchbook. Yeah, there you go. Although it could be a little darker though. You know what I think? I think maybe a more darker background might work a bit better for this. Let's see. Oh, actually, I gotta clear this up. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, no, I think I prefer this color. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to do a bit of a border effect. Although I did say I was gonna do a gradient. Hold on. Yeah, I always like doing gradients like this. Maybe a bit more. There we go. I don't know. What do you think? I think this just makes her look so adorable. And what did I write? I said, happy Hammy Ham birthday. Yeah. Oh yeah, oh absolutely, yep. I know for a fact she's gonna like it. Because I haven't drawn Hammy in a hot minute. So this came out really nice. Just a small, fun little project on the side while I do all these other bajillion projects right now. got this. There we go. There we go. I forgot the T there. For some reason, I've been forgetting to write my T's in my name lately. Alright, yeah, crazy son of a guns. We should be all set there. Maybe just one last little gradient, and then we'll just call it there. So thank you guys for joining. This was really chill tonight. I really appreciated it. How long have we been going for? About 2.5 hours. I think that's a good stopping point, honestly. But let me just try to, yeah, let me see if I can get that there. Maybe a brighter color. Not too bright. Oh, thank you, Hammy. Happy birthday! I'm glad you liked it. Welcome. I see you. Yeah, we had a lot of fun tonight. We really did. Obviously, I'm gonna upload both of them tomorrow, and I'll probably also send you the files, if anything. I mean, it's your birthday present if you want it right away. Check to see if you're so. Yep. Yeah. We just now finished the drawing, so I'm probably gonna head it over to you if you're gonna start streaming in a bit. Because I know you tend to start at around like 9 p.m. your time, I think. Yeah, it's the Haggy Hagster. Not streaming till tomorrow. Oh, okay. In that case, we can go ahead and just say sayonara there. And I hope you guys have enjoyed the time that we had today. I know I had fun. It was really, really relaxing. Also, here's the sketch of it. I actually did this while I was at work today, doing the doodle. And I told myself I would probably get the line art and stuff done before I go to bed tonight, so... But yeah, thank you guys for joining. I appreciate it. And once again, happy birthday, Hammy. Happy Hammy Ham birthday. Alright, with that said, have a good night. Have a good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. This is Neo, signing out. Oh, and thank you for the follow, Hammy. Thank you. Hope you guys have a good night. And again, I'll send everything to you, so don't you worry.